Good morning, my friends. I hope you're all doing well today. All right, so the question that I have before us today is, what do you do when you feel like your relationship is broken? Now, depending on how broken you think your relationship is, I would first want to encourage you to reach out to a professional person. This could be a counselor, a certified relationship coach, a minister of religion who works with couples, or you could also reach out to your marriage officer. All right? Now, one of the things that I'm aware of is that couples have different interpretations as to what a broken relationship looks like. But there are some common themes that we can look for. And so, in responding, I would like to say that I am a believer that if something is broken, there is the possibility that it can be mended. But this is also depending on the situation. It's very important to note, though, that this can only happen when both individuals are willing to take the responsibility for working on the relationship. Okay? All right. So I would like to suggest 10 points that I would recommend that can be helpful. Number 1, try and identify what you believe is broken. Because you see, if you're not aware of the problem or the problems, you may not know how to work towards rectifying the prevailing issues at hand. And that is very, very important to know from the beginning, now that you decide to take on this challenge, of getting the relationship in order. You got to identify what are the issues that cause the relationship to reach at the broken point. Number 2, I would also suggest that you engage in some self-reflections. This is where you now will take the time to evaluate what is going on and assess, in other words, what you may have contributed to the brokenness of the relationship. And the third point would be, after you engage in self-reflection, which is like looking in a mirror, okay? There may be the need now to do something about that. Do something with the findings. What did you see? What did you feel when you did that self-reflection? So it will lead you to the point of taking some responsibility, right? And owning up to whatever you identify during your moment of self-reflections. You see, self-reflections is like a form of a personal analysis that allows you to bring your relationship into an alignment with what you wish it to be. All right? So the fourth point would be to try and have what I call a caring and sincere conversation about the things that you recognize that has been broken. And I use the words caring and sincere because to care is to be concerned about each other's well-being, right? And being sincere is to be honest and to be open and to be present in the moment with each other. And I want to also add that to be present also means that you're not in the past. You're not in the future, but you are in the here and now. You're in the now. That is what that conversation should look like. Talk with each other and be present with each other in the here and now. Okay? Then talk and have that continuing discussion without any form of judgment and without attacking each other with negative words. Because it's in negative words can destroy the relationship, can further kill what you're trying to rebuild. And so, as best as you can, stay away from the negative words. Be an active listener. Be calm and try and listen to each other. Try not to interrupt when your spouse is talking, and vice versa. All right? And the sixth point that I would want to suggest is to try and reset your expectations. You notice I use try a lot because these things just don't happen. You have to work towards them. Okay? So reset your expectations. And I use reset because I would imagine that you would have said some before now, right? So be fair and set them together and take some time to agree or disagree. And in some cases, you may have to compromise. Okay? And the seventh point is to try and recognize the good in each other. Because I recognize that so often couples tend to forget the good in their partner. And so this would have been a very good time to take a moment. You see, taking moments in relationship is very important. It's a key factor because moments can help one to be triumphant. Moments can help one to overcome different challenges within the relationships. So take that time to recognize the good in each other. And the eighth point that I want to suggest is to create a list of things that you would now like to work on. What you'd like to change and how you hope to move forward if there is a possibility to do so. Okay? So create that list. It's like an action plan as to the things that you're going to work on. All right? And then my ninth point would be to rebuild the foundation of your marriage. Let's face it, in most cases, couples start out on a very good note in their relationships. In other words, they start out well, right? So, whatever were those building blocks, revisit them. Maybe rebuild the commitment. Maybe there's a need to rebuild the trust. And also the need to rebuild the communication, But whatever you're aware of, rebuild the foundation, those building blocks within the relationship, rebuild them. And, and sometimes you may even have to add new ones, right? Yes, sometimes that may very much be so. And my final point would be to try and make peace with each other. If you really want to fix what is broken, it is very essential to make peace with each other. But you may not able to do it alone. And so I would want to suggest that you invite the Creator in this situation. Lay all the cards on the table and have a conversation now with the Lord, the maker of your life. Talk to him about your plans. Talk to him about the desires of your heart, because he knows, okay? But it's okay to tell him about it. Never just wait until everything is totally lost. And remember, if you're not able to have a conversation or to do any of the things that was suggested in this video, please reach out to a professional person for help. Okay? I wish you all the best, and may God blessings be yours always. See you next time.